Hello everybody and welcome back to Rule the Waves 2 as Japan. We are at peace still, though we are preparing continually for a war against, well, Great Britain is kind of our target. We don't really want to go to war with Germany because they have a huge navy, but Great Britain's not actually that much further ahead of us. Like, big ships, although still important, are not the biggest thing, or not the most important thing anymore. So we're pumping out some carriers, and some very modern carriers, to match up against the British holdings. We're above tonnage on them when it comes to light carriers. And we're slowly crawling our way up when it comes to cruisers and destroyers. We have much heavier destroyers than they do. And we're about on par when it comes to light cruisers, even though we have one extra. And some of our more modern heavy cruisers are pretty big, so I'm assuming that we're going to have a fairly, I'm not sure what theirs in terms of tonnages are. So this is 8,500 tons, which is half of the current Awade class. So that's something. So it looks like a lot of these are foreign deployment. They've got a heavier one here, the Calliope, which is fairly decent, I guess. We've got more guns and heavier guns. We've got 9 10-inchers. This has got 12 6-inchers, so it's a lightly armored heavy cruiser. Yeah, and some of the more modern ones, like this one, this class, it's a 13,500 tons, and it's a fairly, wow, those torpedo tubes, fairly similar to what we have. We've got one more 10-incher than they do. They've got 8 10-inch guns. We've got 9, and we have more 5-inch guns. I think ours is not as armored, possibly, and theirs is 1 knot faster. So, makes sense, I guess. All right. So in terms of heavy cruisers, if we pump out 2 or 3 more of these, I think we'll be on the right track. But we are almost through with this current round of these carriers, the Soryo class. So we've got the Soryo, the Zuakaku, and the Crimson Hussar, named after my good friend and current Sergeant tier Patreon, Crimson Hussar. So yeah, those will be coming out soon. We just got to keep going forward. So I also want to check. We don't have any requests for aircraft. Most of our stuff's pretty new. We have a newest fighter that's coming out and is slowly being replaced by the new one. Medium bomber is going to slowly replace our old medium bomber. Torpedo bombers, we've got 2 of these. This one's an old. Max speed's less. Higher range. Better everything. So I don't know why this one is currently. So yeah, max speed's better. Okay. Oh, this is worse in all brackets. It has a slightly higher bomb load in the medium and light, but it's a torpedo bomber, so we're going to obsolete the Kawashi Baku E and the Atashi Suyu. Either way, we're going to obsolete you. So there we go. We condense that down. So we want this one to start being the one we want to go for. Fighter's going to be replaced at some point. So yeah, things are going all right. Don't really want to put any more requests out there, because this fighter will be pressed out soon, and this floatplane scout will be pressed out soon. The only other one we really need is like a torpedo bomber. It's 2 years old. I mean, we could go ahead and put a request in just to see. It'll be a couple of months. But you know what? No, we're not. We're not going to do that. We're going to give it a year. We're going to get them distributed out to the actual units. Okay, well, let's go to the next turn. Managed to get a hold of data of a British floatplane scout. Top speed 165. Ours is definitely better than that. Our scientists made unexpected advances in subdivision and damage control. Okay, well, no actual tech discovered, but oh well. 5 months. 5 months for the Zoriho. A couple months after that, we get the Crimson Asar, and then we get the Zuikaku after that. So we're close. We're getting close. And after one of these goes down, we're going to put a heavy cruiser on, and then another heavy cruiser, and then I think we're going to put a couple of destroyers on. So next turn. Deck-launched interceptors increases cap effectiveness. That's good. A new U.S. dive bomber called the Republic Avenger is entering service. It is rumored to be faster than our fastest dive bomber. Okay. How old is our dive bomber? It's only 2 years old. It's slowly getting out there. Let's put a request in for a new dive bomber. Dive bomber. I want. What do we want for a dive bomber? Well, we definitely want it to have a decent bomb load. But I think the primary thing we want is... Let's try something that's quick. I want it to get in and out with a decent bomb load. We'll try that. Okay, 3 more months for a new carrier. 12 new subs commissioned in the Navy. There we go. A scandal involving some important dignitaries from Germany has occurred at a party given on a world cruise by one of your ships. How do you handle it? Hush it up. A pro-British coup has taken place in Norway. Ooh, wow. That's not great. They were really close to sparking some stuff off. Let's just go ahead and accelerate construction of all of you. Just in case. That is a good number of subs, which actually places us with a fairly substantial sub force. That's good. We've got some money. Let's just make a new Corvette. Let's make a couple of new Corvettes and let's place them on our foreign stations because I don't think we have enough. So 900 tons, 22 knots. Yeah, we can go oil fuel. Advanced director fire control. Okay, just a rate of fire modification. Can we, what's the highest knot? 24 knots. Okay. It's 24 knots. Can have K guns. Can we minesweeping gear? Okay, so we get rid of some of the anti-aircraft emplacements, but we will have anti-aircraft gear, so that, or we will have minesweeping gear, so that's good. Nothing else we can really do for it. It's oil. It's got a couple of guns on it. It's just a minesweeper slash anti-submarine like tender. So just like coastal defense boat. Yeah, we'll go ahead and save that. Okay, we'll pop out a couple of those. Alright, next turn. Built-in foam extinguisher systems. Okay. Unexpected advances in turret and gun mountings. So 7 and 8 inch auto loaders. Okay. Skip bombing, increased effectiveness of level bombers and anti-shipping attacks. Good, good. Go to build screen. Let's pop out. I don't know. We've got some money from this. We got 2 months coming up. So let's make an order of I don't know, 10 of them. 10 of these coastal defense ships, and we'll just sprinkle them around. They got minesweeper. They're minesweepers. They're anti-sub. Like, they can do the job. Okay. I mean, heck, we can even go ahead and normal construction pace there, and it saves us a little bit of money. We've got some spare, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, next turn. German government is offering to sell us the rights to shipboard aircraft operations improved arrestor wires. We will pick that up. Okay, so lowers risk of landing accidents. Good, good. Counterintelligence believe that Italy has stolen technology from us. Let's bump the tension with Italy up just a little bit. The Kawabashi company has developed an improved model of a flying boat. Okay, so our current flying boat. So we've got the B model, which has higher range, which has higher speed in both brackets, a higher range in all brackets. And better bomb load in all brackets. It can mount 4 2,000-pound bombs. Its reliability is pretty shit, but I mean, that range, even with a heavy bomb load, it's over 600 nautical miles with 4 2,000-pound bombs. That's gonna lay out a cruiser if it can handle it. And heck, we just got skip bombing, so it's even better. And even with a light bomb load, that's over 1,000 nautical miles with a 2,000-pound bomb. Yeah, we'll take that. The Kyushu Company has got a new flying boat. Okay, is it better than what we've got here? Better top speed. Range is not as good. Better firepower. A little bit more toughness, but less of a bomb load. We're not going to take that. Okay. Alright, you're almost ready to go. Okay. One more month and we get a brand new modern fleet carrier. There we go. CV Soryu is commissioned in the Navy. Our scientists are happy to report they're close to mastering quadruple light AA mountings. Okay. So that's a new big boy. She's right there, doing her working up. 88 aircraft. 88 aircraft. That's something. Definitely something. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Next turn. Quadruple light AA, anti-aircraft mountings, so improves light AA effectiveness. New German medium bomber, the Henschel HS-132 is entering service. It's rumored to be faster and our fastest medium bomber. A pro-US coup has taken place in Cuba. Oh, that finally happened. So now they have Cuba. And I guess you still can't believe Norway. Well, they didn't get it in the Second World War, so I guess because there hasn't been a Second World War. I think the biggest one was the war with France, but that was a fairly localized conflict. Nothing really happening outside of here. So yeah. All right, Crimson Hussar is about ready to come off the slips. There we go. Crimson Hussar, commissioned to the Navy. There's been a political murder in the Balkans. What's your advice on how to handle the crisis? Okay, I think we might go to war here. Diplomatic solution. All right. Well, we're gonna go to war anyways. I think if this hits the British, so we'll take a prestige hit with an extra budget bump. Okay. Yeah, we're going to war with the British. All right. I'm thinking we need all of these boys to go to active. Yes. We need all of our air bases. Mobilization. Yes. Yes. Okay, we're actually only under by 1,000. If we go to we go to normal, we're good, and we're only just barely over 1,000. Okay. It's not the greatest. I think we're going to have you go to active fleet. Your waking up period's going to have to wait. You'll have poor crew, but we need you both up and running, and I think we also need to get the air groups on these two ships. So, the Soryu, how are we going to do this? I'm thinking let's add an air unit. Let's make it a fighter unit. Carrier trained, yes. Let's go ahead and add another air unit. 20 torpedo bombers. And add an air unit, and let's go for some dive bombers. So, okay, we only got 60 so far. Then we can go ahead and we can add in another fighter unit. Let's make this 15. This will be the escorts. And then let's do one more unit of torpedo bombers. 13 of them. Okay. Copy air group. Paste air group. Yes. There we go. So we got that going for us. And hopefully our bombers and such are getting replaced. Looks like it. Flying boats getting phased in. That's good. New fighters being phased in. I mean, there's not a lot of the new one, the Waka, but the HNB is still in active service, and it's not that bad of a fighter. It's just got a lot less firepower. It's a little bit tougher, and there's a lower bomb load, so we got to deal with that. Okay. So we got that. Let's see if Great Britain's going to go to war with us. All right. Fingers crossed that we get a surprise attack. Slow fade display increases radar detection chance. That's good. Okay. We are not at war yet, so we are going to continue to maintain this. We're going to have another Soryu come out with the slips here pretty soon. All right. One more turn. We can do this for a couple of months. Under pressure from nationalist politicians, the government allocates more funding to the Navy. Okay, that's good. We got a new British fighter. It's about on par with what we've got. Its firepower is going to be less than the Waka, though. Or, no, it's near there. Night surface torpedo attacks increased in submarine effectiveness. Good, good. The Kawabashi Company has developed an improved model of their flying boat. So they've got the C variant, which has a higher max speed, even better range. They're in 200 nautical miles. More than 200 nautical miles to the light load. It's almost 1,000 with medium, which means they can have a torpedo mounted with a medium bomb load, which is amazing. Another 100 for the heavy. Everything else is the same. That's a pretty damn good upgrade, actually. We'll take that. Okay. We're not going to war. We're not going to war. That was apparently a false alarm. Okay. Reserve. Go to reserve. Everybody on reserve. We've got 7,000 spare cash. Let's build a heavy cruiser. Let's build 2 of these bastards. All right, have them going. And let's also pop down a couple of destroyers. Let's do 3 of them. 3 of them works. Okay, we'll have even more money after this month, so we got that going for us. And yeah, with our CVs, pretty close to Great Britain's CVs. We might put a new one on here, actually. We might just start real soon. We might put another Soryu up. And we'll just put that one right there. So that'd be the Shinano class, CV of the Soryu class. So the 4th one in that class. All right. Next turn. There we go. Zuikaku. Unexpected advances in naval aviation heavier than air. So we got the, what would that be? The Bomben torpedo. Near misses from guided bombs have a chance of being converted to torpedo hits. Ah, there we go. Scientists made unexpected advances in amphibious operations. 16-inch guns research, quality 1. Nice. New dive bomber prototypes. So we're currently on the Kakaku C. Came out in 1944. All these have a higher top speed, higher cruise speed. We went speed and bomb load. This is a dive bomber after all. So what's the fastest one here? This one. Better cruising speed as well. Better range in every bracket. Firepower's a lot better. Maneuverability's better. Toughness is better. Not as good, actually. It's 1 less. Bomb load is not significantly better in any way. So really we're just getting a little bit faster speed and a bit better range. But I can deal with the range. I like that. You know, that if we put a 1,000-pound bomb on this, we're getting almost 300 instead of just above 250. So I think that's good. We're going to go with the Itachi XDB-69. Accept that. Okay. And there goes the 3rd of the Soryu class. We're going to go ahead and air groups. I want to copy air group and... Oh, no, looks like they've already... That's a saved air group for that class, so they're going to just keep doing that. Good, good. All right, and they're on their wake up right now. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. We got 2,000 spare income. We got 3 heavy cruisers, 3 destroyers. I think we should just go ahead and build a couple more of these destroyers, because we need light ships in a war for the future. I mean, right now that places our destroyer tonnage quite a bit higher than Great Britain's. Our light cruiser force, not so much. We definitely need to pump that up with a couple of more light cruisers. Our heavy cruiser force is not too far behind. We're still well ahead when it comes to our carriers. So yeah, I think we're doing okay. We could possibly do this. We can do this, hopefully, at some point. And then with the corvettes out there, we're going to put them to foreign stations. So yeah, next turn. Germany's considering some symbolic concessions to Great Britain. Yeah, we shouldn't consider it at all. We can go to war if need be. Our scientists have reported they have suffered a temporary setback in figuring out the concept of improved ASW torpedoes. A new British torpedo bomber called the Short Whitley is entering service and is rumored to be faster than our fastest torpedo bomber. Okay. The Mitsubishi Company, it's been a while since we've had one of theirs, has developed a flying boat as a private venture. All right, well, let's see. Speed's worse. Range is worse. Bomb load is worse. It's tougher. It's got better firepower. And that's it. Not really worth it. And aircraft-wise, you're doing that. This fighter's slowly being phased in. The Waka. This float plane scout is being phased in. Well, you're already doing that. Let's get rid of the Rizen, and the Shinzan is the new one. So obsolete you. New float plane scouts up there. I think we're good. Medium bomber's still pretty new. The fighter's pretty new. Torpedo bomber would probably be a good one. So let's get a torpedo bomber. I want good range, and I want good. Do we do range and maneuverability now? Because bomb load's a thing. Like, I mean, I think at this point our torpedo bomber is going to be able to mount a torpedo on a medium bomb load. So I think it being maneuverable is important. So that can. Well, I mean, it's going to be stuck on a run. So I mean, maybe toughness, range and toughness. We'll try that for a decent torpedo bomber, so that it can take some hits before it goes in. We're going to do that. We're going to okay that. We're going to try and get a new result. So, got that. Next turn. World cruise of our Young Cadets' plans. Which ship should we take part? We'll take a prestige hit and get a little extra budget. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. An extra 1,000. We're going to use that. We're going to save that. And then we're actually, you know what? We're not going to save that. We're going to spend it while we got the chance. We need all of these air bases to expand. Let's see here. Let's expand you. Let's expand you. I want all of the Japanese air bases to be fairly large. I want the home island to have a fairly substantial air cover. Okay, let's get you expanded. Fort Bayard, expand that. I want most everything. Oh, you're already expanding. I don't want to see 40. That's what I don't want to see. You're expanding. You're not. Let's expand you. I want everything at least 60 or above, and I want more 100 aircraft bases to start pushing out these planes, so we have an interlocking field of air cover across the whole empire. We also need one out here in the in Polynesia. Do we even have one in Polynesia? I don't think we do. All right, if we build a fort base, let's get an air base in Polynesia and build that one up. And you as well. No, not you. You're 60. Let's get you up to 80 because you're a forward base. There we go. Just a big string of upgrades to our air bases all along the empire, all along the border. So let's go to the next turn. Okay, the Zuikaku finished her working up. Mitsubishi Company has developed a flying boat as a private venture again. All right, well, let's see. Did you make a better one? Speed's worse. Range is worse in all brackets. Bomb load's worse. It's a little tougher. A little bit more firepower. Less maneuverable. Nope. Don't need it. All right, we're just barely under our what we're supposed to be in terms of our income, but we are basically doing an empire-wide upgrade to everything, so I can understand it. I do want to check. Yeah, you're AF. Let's make sure you're not. Let's go down there. You're in Southeast Asia, so that makes sense. Okay. Why are these two speeds different? Did this one get a problem when it was built, or did this one get a buff when it was built? I forgot. Oh, well. Okay. Next turn. France is granted independence to Zingal. Okay. Unexpected advances in explosive shells. So large shrapnel AA shells gives limited AA capacity to heavy main guns if used. Hey. That's something. War's broken out between Japan and Great Britain. It happened. It happened without us planning for it. Okay. Then we need to mobilize all. Yes. Yes. 12,000 in the hole. 12k in the hole. We are building a large number of ships, though, so let's go ahead and the big boys. This CV, you're going to have your construction halted. You're going to have your construction halted, and so are you. That gives us a little bit more there. Halt. 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 Okay. So we're at war with Great Britain. British have had not a lot in Southeast Asia. We can overcome that. They've got not a lot in Northeast Asia, and they've got quite a bit in the South Pacific. So that's something we're going to have to keep in mind. We might need to send some ships in the South Pacific to help. They've got 140 to our 4, so we need to send some things down there to help out. But that'll have to happen next episode because we're at the end of this one. So thank you for joining me for this episode. If you'd like to, please leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. If you want to support the channel, consider the subscribe button down below, as well as take a look at the description down below, where I've links to my Discord and my Patreon page. I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye.